This weekend was BJJ Stars 8, and it was the middleweight Grand Prix, and it also featured Damian Maya's return to jiu-jitsu competition for the first time in like a decade. If you watched the BJJ Stars event, you may have been just as annoyed as I was when not once, but 2 times someone tapped because of an injury, but not because of a submission. It happened first in the match between Leonardo Lara and Wallison Oliveira, where Lara seemed injured, tapped due to the injury, got checked out, and then continues the match, and then went on to win. Taps, then later wins the match. I thought it was about to happen a second time in the match between Mika Galvão and Mauricio Oliveira. At least in the Mika Galvão match, they didn't keep going after the doctor checked it out, and Mika was the winner, but once the timeout was called again, I started to get pre-annoyed at what I thought was going to happen again. You may remember that something like this already happened previously when Leandro Lo was fighting Muhammad Ali at Worlds and Leandro's shoulder dislocated. The non-tap to get the injury looked at. This is the stupidest rule in jiu-jitsu. The idea that you can tap due to injury, but the match isn't over and you could still go on to win after having tapped. Isn't every non-choke submission a tap due to injury? Like if I get armbarred, can I tap and say, I'm injured and that's why I tapped, so have the doctor look at me and then the match should keep going? A tap for any reason in a jiu-jitsu match should mean the person who taps loses. Outside of that, we get into this weird gray area that makes no sense. Controversy aside, the Grand Prix was a lot of fun, and Mika Galvão beat both Leandro Lo and the aforementioned injury win over Oliveira to set up his finals match against Lucas Hulk Barbosa, where Mika Galvão hit a late bow and arrow choke to win the match and the tournament. It was a very impressive performance from an 18-year-old. He's 18 years old, and he's beating world champions at the top of the sport. Unreal. The BJJ Stars event also featured the match that I was most looking forward to, Damian Maya versus Alex Cowboy Oliveira in a no-gi match, and it took Damian Maya about 2.5 minutes to tap Oliveira with the triangle. Fortunately for you, I just put out a Damian Maya highlight video, which can be found right here. I really want to see more of Damian Maya competing in jiu-jitsu matches. I'd love to see guys like him who are at the end or near the end of their MMA careers return to jiu-jitsu competition. I also like seeing guys who are still fighting compete, like when Phil Rowe did that exhibition match against Gordon Ryan. I think those matches are a lot of fun and they help bring in a new audience. There are people who like MMA but don't watch pure grappling matches, but they will tune in if Damian Maya or the Diaz brothers or Khabib or BJ Penn would compete. Those guys should have matches for their sake, but also for the sake of the sport, and obviously mostly just because I want to see them. Let me know in the comments what your dream matchups are. This is going to be a very busy week for me, and I think there's like 5 more videos coming out this week, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of them. To hold you over until the next one comes out, why not watch one of these over here? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.